Soul's Conquest. Hello, guys, and welcome to the latest episode of the Soul's Conquest. Today, we are going to talk about garlic. A very exciting topic. You're definitely going to get hungry after you listen to this podcast episode. And I don't take any guarantees or refunds, so you have to listen to this anyways. Last week we spoke about how we have to surrender ourselves completely when we are listening to someone speak, and when they are coming from a position of authority, knowledge, or perspective that you are lacking in. Not completely, but at least in some aspects. And just listening to them if you are interested. And while I said that, this week is all about how we utilize that knowledge. Now, I want to talk to you about garlic, an amazing ingredient, brings a lot of flavor into food, obviously. And the thing is, garlic, this ingredient is used by a lot of people in a lot of different ways. Okay, some people, like Italians, love to use that as a flavoring agent in their sauces. Okay, it can be a standalone dish in like, for example, garlic bread, or even heck, not even a standalone dish in that aspect where the name of the ingredient is in the dish's name, but even as garlic chips you can use that as that. Indians love to use it as tadka in their food to give their food a lot more flavor. Garlic can be used in a lot of different ways in a lot of different places. Some people use it to ferment other food ingredients and things like that. It's crazy. The way garlic can be used is completely crazy. And heck, if do you guys know about this? When it comes to Jainism, they don't even like to eat garlic because of their culture and their traditions and their history. They avoid garlic altogether. What I want to talk to you about this is the fact that this ingredient is there, and let's swap the ingredient for knowledge from here on out. You have this knowledge. Once you have heard what the other person has to say, the next thing that you need to do is assess yourself. Think about how and why this knowledge can be utilized in your life. Everyone experiences life differently. Everyone loves to use a particular ingredient in a different way altogether, or not use it at all. So know this: no one on the internet or no one around the world, none of their knowledge, none of what they say is the complete truth for you. It might be the complete truth for them, but not for you, because they have not lived your life. They have not walked in your own shoes. They don't have any idea. They might relate to you and you might relate to them at some aspect. And so don't use everything that they say as the holy grail of knowledge and be like, I am going to use this from now onwards because this is what XY person said and I love and respect XY person, and so I'm going to do it all. Once you have taken that knowledge, it's up to you to utilize this the best way you know how, the best way that it fits you. And I don't mean that, let's say someone gave you a hard pill to swallow, like I gave you a hard pill to swallow last week, saying that you need to lower down your boundaries and you need to listen to someone when they're speaking about something knowledgeable. That's a hard pill to swallow. But once you have heard it, it's up to you to decide when to listen to someone and when to not listen to someone. Right? It completely depends on your perspective. It completely depends on your situation. Something like that is not applicable to every situation. This is true to me about surrendering myself completely. Every aspect of this podcast, every episode of this podcast is true to me. What I hope throughout these seasons is that you take bits and pieces of it and use it to your life. Use it best when it comes to your life, because you have lived your life. And while I can relate to you at some levels, I have not walked in your shoes. So this is my request to you. Last week, you surrendered yourself completely. This week, try using the knowledge that you have gained throughout last week in ways that best suit you. Don't ever take anyone's word as the complete honest truth, because it is the truth for them, not for you. I hope that this resonates with you, and I hope that you understand the moral of the story, which is simply everyone's perspective, everyone's life is completely different. You know the best way to live your life. Now, again, one last thing before I'm so sorry. PS, postscript or post doc. I think I should keep that as PT. Huh. Anyways, what I want to leave you guys with is this. At least before giving it up completely, before, you haven't even tried the garlic, but you know it is not going to suit you, then at that point of time, you're letting that boundary up again. Try it once. If it doesn't work, heck, it doesn't work. Like, all right, it doesn't work for me. You have tried it honestly and you know it won't work for you. So don't just give up right from the bat. That means once you have surrendered yourself to listening to the person, you have brought that boundaries up back again without having implemented what this person has just shared with you. So just try in some form to actually give the garlic a try, man. Just give it a try. If it doesn't suit you, doesn't suit you. If it suits you, but you're like, I don't know if this works in this particular dish or not, try a different dish. Try a couple of dishes. If it still doesn't suit you, be like, heck, I know that this garlic exists somewhere deep down, somewhere back at the back of my head. I know that this garlic exists. And if I ever see an opportunity to use it, I'm going to use it. But for the time being, let the garlic be. Okay. I made myself extremely hungry, but I have other stuff to do now and I can't eat food. But I hope after you listen to this episode, you guys can go grab a bite, eat a bite of garlic bread in my name, send me a photo on Instagram, share a story, be like, hey Madhu or hey Maddie, eating this for you. Hope it reaches your soul. And it just might. Reach out to me on Instagram. Let me know what you thought about this particular story. Let me know what you thought about this particular season. I'm super excited to know if this is actually affecting you or not, if you're finding something amazing from this or not. Extremely excited to know. Leave a review, leave a rating on Apple. Subscribe, share it with people, let other people get hungry as well, or hangry, which I'm getting in this case. So I'm gonna leave you and I'm probably gonna go grab a bite. See you on the other end. Bye bye. See you next week.